Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Zia. I welcome you in my lecture series on leadership. This is lecture number 13. Here in this lecture, I would be talking about perspectives of leadership. So let's see what are the various perspectives of leadership. Number one, trait perspective. Number two, behavior perspective. Number three, contingency perspective. Number four, power influence perspective. Number five, gender influence perspective. Number six, integrative perspective. And last, number seven is exchange perspective. I'll go in detail on these perspectives one by one, but later on. First of all, let's talk about some theories which are important. Here I would be discussing some theories before moving towards the perspectives. So let's discuss the first theory, that is what we call the need theory or need theories. So the first theory is called need theories. There are two important theories in this catalog of theories. Number one, Maslow's hierarchy of need. What is Maslow's hierarchy of need? As you as a leader should understand that it is based on various steps. Number one is physiological need. Number two is safety need. Number three is social need. Number four is self-esteem need or esteem need. And number last is self-actualization. So what does it say? It says that if your physiological needs are not met, you cannot reach to safety needs. You cannot look for safety needs. And if your safety needs are not met, you cannot go for social needs. And social needs are not met, yet you cannot achieve esteem. And even if your physiological, safety, social and esteem needs are not met, you cannot achieve self-actualization. There are different schools of thought. They comply and they accept this theory. A few schools of thoughts are there, they do not follow this and they have different opinion. No problem. Nevertheless, the second theory in need theories is what is called Alderfer's ERG theory. Alderfer's ERG theory is based on three important elements. Number one, existence. Number two, relatedness. Number three is growth. What is existence? Existence means provision of basic material and requirements. That's important. That is again also linking itself with the Maslow's hierarchy of need. The second is relatedness. It's a desire for relationship. Number three is growth. That is the desire for personal development. So that was need theories. Let's move towards the individual difference theories. There are two theories based on individual difference. That's what we call not two theories. Individual difference based theory is it says that focus on achievement orientation. What is achievement orientation? It is the exertion of effort to accomplish socially acceptable endeavor and activities. Number two is values. What do you mean by values? People are motivated to do activities that are aligned with their preferable personal or social mode of conducts or even end state of existence. That's important. Then intrinsic motivation. In individual differences theory, intrinsic motivation says that it's the behavior seemingly motivated, when the behavior seemingly motivated for its own sake, for personal satisfaction and increased feelings of competence and control one gets from doing it. That is intrinsic motivation. Definitely you would be saying there is extrinsic motivation, but here in individual differences I'm just talking about individual motivation, intrinsic motivation. Number three, the third theory is called cognitive theories. This catalog, this box, this list is called cognitive theories, the third category. In this list, goal setting theory is number one. That is called the theory that it says that specific and difficult goals with feedback lead to higher performance. Means if you set the specific goals and if you set some difficult goals and give the feedback, what happens? It leads to higher performance. That's important. Okay, the second theory in cognitive theories box or block is called process of expectancy theory. As the name suggests, it is the process expectancy theory. It has three steps. Number one, individual effort. Number two, individual performance. Number three, organizational rewards. Number four, personal growth. So, effort, performance, relationship. Performance reward relationship, and reward personal goals relationship. In this way, the process expectancy theory works. It says that it starts with individual effort, moves towards individual performance, then moves towards individual rewards, and then personal goals. Okay, the third theory in cognitive theories block is called expectancy theory. What does it mean? It means that the strength of a tendency to act in a certain way depends on the strength of an expectation that the act will be followed by given outcome, and on the attractiveness of that outcome to the individual. That is important. If the outcome is not attractive, then you expect less. Your expectancy goes down. That's how the expectancy, as the name suggests, work. Okay, the third block of theories is called cognitive theories. The first theory in cognitive theory is called self-efficacy theory. Self-efficacy theory says that the individual belief that he or she is capable of performing a task. So your belief makes your self-efficacy high or increases your self-efficacy high. So individuals believe that he or she is capable of performing a task. That is self-efficacy theory. The second theory in cognitive theories block is called equity theory. What does equity theory say? Equity theory says that individuals compare their job inputs and outputs with those of others and then respond to eliminate any inequities. So equity theory says that the individuals or the employees or the followers, they compare their job input and job outcomes with those of others, and they try to eliminate any inequities if exist. So that's important. Okay. Number four, the fourth block is called situational approach. Let's see, situational approach is the combination of few concepts and schools of thoughts. Number one is called operant approach. What is an operant approach? Operant approach means the motivation by which leaders substitute reward and punishment to change followers' behavior. That is operant approach. The second approach in situational approaches block is empowerment. It is the delegation by which people are provided autonomy and latitude in order to increase their motivation for work. And then you move towards the second approach in the block of situational approach, that is called organizational citizenship behavior, OCB. OCB says that you are satisfied, or the satisfied employees who feel fairly treated by and are trusting of the organization are more willing to engage in behaviors than that, and this go beyond the normal expectations of the job. Let me tell you again that satisfied employees who feel that they are fairly treated by and are trusting for the organization are more willing to engage in behaviors and go beyond the normal expectations of their job. That is organizational citizenship behavior. Then they start feeling that they are not the visitors to the organization, they are the citizens of the organization, and they get more responsibility and more accountability for their job. Okay, the fifth theory is called intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is the combination of few aspects. Here I would be sharing with you four important aspects of intrinsic motivation. Four important aspects include number one, choice, number two, competence, number three, meaningfulness, number four, progress. Choice means what? Choice means the ability to feel, self-select, and perform task activities. That's important. That you are happy with the job and you feel that you have selected yourself for the job and you now perform the activities freely and independently by taking the responsibility. The second one is competence. When I talk about competence, I mean that the sense of accomplishment from skillfully performing chosen tasks or activities is called competence. So it's a sort of sense you feel that you have accomplished something with the skill, with the ability, and you performed well. That you feel the competence inside. Meaningfulness is the third aspect of intrinsic motivation. What do we mean by meaningfulness? Meaningfulness means pursuing a task that matters in the larger scheme of things. Means you give meaning to your task, you give meaning to your job, you give meaning to your activities in the larger scheme of things. That is important, and that ultimately creates intrinsic motivation. Okay, the last aspect is called progress. The feeling of significant advancement in achieving the task's purpose is called progress. So, in intrinsic motivation, we covered choice, competence, meaningfulness, and progress. My name is Dr. Zia. I thank you very much. Please press the subscribe button to subscribe button and share as well as like if you like this video. I thank you very much and see you in my next lecture.